The second I start this video, the salt cat's gonna join in. I can feel it. Here she comes. Here she comes right now. Here she comes. Salt Cat Diaries. Hello guys. Welcome to another vlog. I'm sorry it's been a couple of weeks since I did a vlog. I've just been really busy and then really ill. So both of those things kind of highly contributed to me not wanting to sit down and do this, because you looking at me with basically tissues hanging out of my face was probably not the look I'm going to go for. But I'm back now, I'm feeling a lot better. I've done my hair again. You can't really tell, I suppose, what colour it is. It's supposed to be silver, but all the copper didn't come out from underneath, so it's like a pinky silver. It's not bad, but I think I might put a darker silver in on top. I didn't quite hit the back properly, so... hairdresser problems. Anyway, how are you? It's still November, just about, literally just about, no more. There's like 1 or 2 days of November left. I'm still not very good at dates. And my November hasn't been as bad as I thought it would be. Remember how I've always said that November's a bit of a blah month? It actually hasn't been that bad. I'm having a pretty good month. I'm actually really excited because, look, it's time to wear my new Christmas jumper. Look. I mean, that's the business, like, when you think about it. There's no other Christmas jumper in the world that you'd actually need. Even though it's actually kind of sweltering today, I'm going to wear this out. Why not? So this month I have been up to a couple of really cool things out in the world, like actually outside in the world. I know, who am I? Went down to, there's a place in Northern Ireland called Castlewellan with a really amazing castle. As it turns out, a maze as well. And a friend of mine drove me down there and we did the maze. And we were pretty proud of ourselves because it says at the front that the shortest time that's ever been done in is 40 minutes. And we did it in just about an hour. And we spent like a good 15 minutes of that stopping to watch X Factor videos and sing Girls Aloud songs to each other, you know, because who doesn't? So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with our progress in life. We've done the maze, we had a good time. That was fun. It was absolutely freezing, but the view over the moorings was really lovely. If you're ever in Northern Ireland, I suggest you go to Castlewellan. It's just a really lovely place. Cool castle. Very good. I've also been listening to, okay, so anybody who's around my age may remember a band that came out whenever I was probably about 13 or so called Baby Bird. If you don't really remember, if you're too young, just ignore this part, but if you don't really remember, they sang that awful song, "You're gorgeous, I'd do anything for you." When I sing, Gingy gets really upset. I don't think I've got a hideous voice, but he apparently does, and when I sing, he tries to rescue me from myself. It's really funny. He like comes over and paws at me and goes, "Meow, meow." So whatever I'm doing, it's clearly upsetting him, like. But yeah, they sang "You're Gorgeous," and they sang that one, when you lick my candy girl, and I don't mean that rude. I thought I'd get him to come over there, but he wasn't. He's not playing. What's that song you really hate? And another one bites the dust. Oh, why can I not conquer love? And I might have thought that we were one. I'm still fighting for peace. He hates Sia. He fucking hates her. I've been listening to a lot of Baby Bird. They're really, really good. I think I always thought that they were good, but I didn't realise how popular they were. They've got like a whole ton of albums, and they're actually pretty good. So I've been listening to one of their albums today, and it's like weird kind of folk music, but kind of in the vein of 21 Pilots. The songs sound like they should be about nice things, but they're actually all about like death and, you know, horrible subjects with like a slightly cheerful overtone, which really amuses me. I love that shit, so I've been doing a lot of that. I watched the Netflix remake edition, what's the word, of Gilmore Girls. Now, okay, Gilmore Girls is not the sort of show that I would normally watch. I only got into it because a good friend of mine at the time that it started to come out was super, super into it, and she was all like, "Oh, you gotta watch it, you gotta watch it." And because she was always watching it, I kind of got into it, and the more I got into it, the more I was like, "Oh, it's really funny." My absolute favourite character in the whole thing is Michelle, the French concierge at the reception desk of the inn. He is the funniest person in the whole world. He absolutely destroys me. But yeah, I watched the revival. That's the word. I watched the revival of that the other day, and I really loved it. I was so nostalgic for it. I think that it was absolutely amazing. I do think there's one or two bits of it that were a bit stiff, like they'd kind of forgotten how to do it, but Milo Ventimiglia is in it, so, you know, yes. I also went to see Electric Six with my sister. Now, for those of you who don't know who Electric Six is, you'll either know one of their two songs that are dead famous, even though they've got like 1 billion albums and 100 amazing songs. They've got that song, Fire in the Disco, Fire in the Disco, Fire in the Taco Bell. And then they've got that one, Girl, I wanna take you to a gay bar. If you don't know either of those songs, I don't even know who you are. Like, we're not friends. I think I just woke up my flatmate. Too much singing. So anyway, me and my sister went to see Electric Six. And usually when we go, we're like right up at the front, singing along, giving it stacks. But the last time that we went, that was a really weird crowd, right? Do you ever just go to a gig and there's just like a really odd crowd? And we ended up almost kind of getting in a fight with some girl who kept elbowing my sister because the crowd was bouncing around and she was blaming it solely on her. We were like, what the hell is your problem? I was going to fight her. I was like, come on, fight me. But then there was this guy, like I had a little tote bag with all my stuff in it and some guy tried to steal it. What he didn't realise was that I was holding on to it, so when he pulled it away and tried to run, I was actually attached to it because it was wrapped around my hand, and I went with him, and we ended up having this kind of back and forth tug of war, and then my sister barreled into him, and then somehow I managed to rip the entire side of his jeans open, and he was going to go for me, but a bouncer came over and was like, what's going on? He was immediately like, oh no, my fault, I don't know what happened, but it was totally my fault. And we were like, yeah, it was. So yeah, we were a bit like this time, alright, look, after last time, because they come nearly every November, and we were like, let's just kind of stay to the side and just listen to the songs. And that was like, yeah, we'll do that. So we weren't drinking or anything like that. So very rock and roll of us. We went and split a Chinese before we went up, and we got there after the support band, which was good because they seemed a bit insane and not in a good way. Lots of big hair. So as Electric Six came on, my sister was just like, oh my god, we need to get closer, because she's the sort of person that goes to a gig and just immediately gets in the very centre. She's super hardcore, whereas I'm a bit more like, oh no, I'll just stay at the side and listen to the tunes and bounce around a little bit. I'm just happy with that. So we were like just getting a little bit further forward, and there were so many tall people. Now, I'm not that tall. I'm 5'1" in a good day, and Kirsten's like a little bit more than that. So I think there should be a rule. If you're over a certain height, you need to stay the fuck at the back of the gig. It is not cool, okay? I spent most of the time watching some dude's hoodie. It was not cool. But we kept getting like shuffled around, and there was the usual assortment of twats. There was these older guys who, like, one of them kept like trying to touch us up, and he was stroking my hair and like putting his arm around Kirsten. And one thing that's not okay at gigs, there is an awful lot of touching, and I don't just mean the regular kind where you bang into people. When you are trying to push past somebody at a gig, there is absolutely no need for you to run your hand across their ass as you go. That is not okay, and I will slap you. Alright? And also, if you go to a gig, stay the fuck where you are. Don't pop back and forward every 2 minutes to get more drinks. Like, sneak a fucking hip flask in like everybody else who has a bit of sense, okay? Like, seriously? People who try to get through a crush at a gig holding 3 beers going, excuse me, fuck no. Take your beer to the back and drink it, alright? Get drunk before you come here like any other normal person. There was an awful lot of that, but as it happened, no drinking us whatsoever, somehow Kirsten and I managed to find ourselves basically up at the very front of the gig anyway, and we were absolutely wetting ourselves laughing, because there we were like 2 wee grannies with our handbags going, excuse me, just shuffling our way forward to the front somehow, even though we hadn't planned to. And I was like, look, next time we'll just fucking get drunk and come here and bounce around and fight people the way we normally do, because clearly that's what the world wants. So yeah, Electric Six were really good. If you've not heard of them, like, those 2 songs don't even remotely define them. That is absolutely not 100% their style. They're really funny, they're really clever, their lyrics are really witty, and their music is just really good. Their tunes are really good. So yeah, check them out. And the guy, Dick Valentine, who's like the head of the band, he's like the singer, he has so much stage presence, it's not even funny. He has the best stage presence, so much charisma. He absolutely kills me. He's so funny. Like, he manages to get the crowd really going and really laughing. There's always a lot of laughter at the gigs without even really doing very much. He's just really good at what he does. And on top of that, there was a girl there who, she reminded me of me whenever I was very young. When I was very young, I mean, I'm quite a flamboyant person anyway, and you know, I would have like gone to Tesco's in a feather boa and opera gloves because I was a massive Suzie and the Banshees fan, and I was like, yeah, super goth. So, or you know, there was my Adamant phase, but I'll tell you about that another time. And she was there in like jeans and a t-shirt, but she had made herself, like, this is complete truth, she had made herself a tail out of socks. She'd like sewn them together and stuffed them and made herself this really long tail, and it really amused me. I mean, you've got to be young and get away with that shit. You've got to. If I went out with a tail now, I'd probably just get, like, people would just stone me to death in the streets. I think people are sick of my shit by now anyway. So yeah, I also kind of did another thing this November that I'm not really proud of, and I only did it for 2 days. And guys, I have to confess, I'm really sorry. I shouldn't have done it. I joined Tinder. I don't know why I did it. I just did it out of pure morbid curiosity, and I was on it for like 2 days, and I have to confess, it feels like the grossest thing I've ever done. And I've done some pretty gross shit that I haven't even told you about, but probably will at some point. And yeah, it was horrible. It felt like I was just like, it was a meat market. And then I thought, oh God, if my picture's on here, people are going to be looking at me and judging me for that as well. I did wake my flatmate up. I'm a horrible person. Sorry, Beardy. So yeah, I joined Tinder and it was horrible. I just felt really obscene and disgusting, and I don't want to do it ever again. It was horrible. Can you actually even meet anybody on a site like Tinder? How can you trust anything? It's awful. I don't even care about meeting somebody. I was actually chatting with this with my friend the other day. I don't even care at this point. I literally just want to like get ready for Christmas and have a really good time. And I'm not even that fussed about meeting anybody. It's just like, it just seems like an awful lot of hard work that I'm not prepared to do because I'm a lazy bitch. So yeah, I joined Tinder. Do you forgive me? It was awful. I'm really sorry. Failed experiment. Anyway, so there's, like I said, there's only a couple of days in November left. So it's going to be a really good time. We're going to go and get a Christmas tree, so I'll show you my Christmas tree when it's up. It's the first tree that I've had in 6 years because that ginger monster has destroyed it the year that we got him. He destroyed the tree, so I had put a ban on trees for a while. So we're going to see what happens. It probably won't last very long because we've still got the ginger monster. So yeah, I'm going to do that. Going to go and do my Christmas shopping soon. Been working really hard. It's been really good. I'm really busy, but I am going to try and keep on top of doing these videos. I just was really super ill this last week, so I couldn't even bring myself to look at a camera. I couldn't even bring myself to look at myself in a mirror. It was awful. Anyway, so that's my November roundup, guys. I hope you have had a good November yourself. Christmas is coming. We'll talk about that soon. Yeah, have a good one. Bye.